Welcome back. The Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show continues on DCTV Sports. It is time. We always talk about the season being broken down into three different parts. We're here to the postseason. Everybody is now 0-0. You hit the reset button, and at this point in time of the year, when you reach the first round of the sectionals, it's about playing to earn the right to get on the bus one more time as Defiance is home. As a matter of fact, taking on an opponent that they played just a couple of games ago, Salina, but this time it's got nothing to do with the WBL. It's about surviving and advancing. We started the regular season with this guy. Since we are getting back into the postseason, the new season, we're going to hit the reset button with him again. Kahlil Ligon joining us. Big thank you going out to our sponsor, again, Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, located on North Clinton Street in Defiance. Check out their great selection of new and used vehicles. You can do so in person or online at drivebobestill.com. We're going to get you a sweet ride after a state championship. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
What would you drive off the lot with if they gave you your pick?
I don't know.
Chevy, Cadillac?
I'd say Mustang.
He's just going with a Ford, so that means we'd have to go for a used vehicle. How about a Camaro? How about a convertible Camaro?
Yeah, that's fine.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I thought you might go with a Cadillac, maybe styling a little bit more, but not an Escalade guy?
Nah.
Want to have the top down then? Is
Yeah.
that what you're saying? All right. Well, we can't win several before we win one, right? Kahlil Ligon, your numbers at the end of the regular season. 17 points, 5 boards, and just a shade under 2 assists per ball game. As it seemed like, I don't want to get too sentimental on you right now, but when we started the season with your player profile, you had talked about how you'd put in so much work last summer, what this group as an aggregate, not just you individually, what your goals were. There's an old phrase that the days are long, but the seasons are short.
Yes.
Does it seem like a long time ago or the blink of an eye to you?
Definitely a blink of the eye. I feel like we were just getting ready for week 1 just yesterday and working through all the workouts and everything. It's just gone by so fast.
17 wins on the season, but you want more. As a
Yes.
matter of fact, first post game we did with these guys last year was in your opener at Upper Sandusky.
Yes.
What's the talk been, or has there been talk about the postseason goals? Or are you just taking it one day at a time?
Definitely one day at a time. We want to go one team at a time. So we're just been working on a lot of Salina stuff, thinking about what they did, what we can improve on from when we played them last week, and just taking it, like you said, one day at a time. We got to beat one to get to the next one. So
speaking of taking it one day at a time, and you said improvement, I'm going to ask you to rewind at least to the beginning of this season. How are you a better ball player? How is this team better compared to just 3 months ago?
Definitely, we're just building chemistry still. The chemistry's been off the charts. I mean, this is one of the groups, I think, from all of my years that's really gone out together doing stuff outside of basketball. And I think that's just helped our chemistry out on the court and everybody's really been gelling together.
I want to talk about you individually because I mentioned this probably in the first broadcast that we did for you guys, and then I asked Coach Lehman about it too. There is something different about you this year. I even mentioned, I said, it's not just the swag, but there's a maturity about you. You walk like a man. You talk like a man. I know that was something the coaching staff challenged you to do. Did you wrap both arms around it? Did it come naturally to you?
Definitely, for sure. I felt like last year I had a lot of lacks in the game, and I just didn't get it all. I didn't understand it. Still young a little bit, but I think I've started to understand it a lot more, understand the game a lot more, and I think that's just helped to improve how I played this year and how to teach the younger guys to help me play to my best ability, how I can help them play to their best ability as well. So I think it's just a mix of everything, really just coming and making me the player I am.
So I'm going to ask you this, and I know it's almost like choosing between your brothers, but has there been a guy that surprised you this year? Maybe a guy that even reminds you of you before you became the senior here? Anybody pop out at you?
I would definitely say Will Horvath has really surprised me. The way he works, he might not always be 100%, not always feeling good, but Will puts in the work, and every time he's out on the court, he wants to win. You can tell in his eyes he wants to win, his determination, he wants to win, and that's how I thought I was a little bit younger, so not always knowing the game, and he's still learning, like I said, like I was, but he always puts 100% effort in everything he does.
Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's opponent. Again, Salina, you're not unfamiliar with them. As a matter of fact, just 2 games ago, you beat them in a conference matchup. Does that help knowing that you've got a scout on them, that you're so fresh in their minds, and likewise you with them, or is it a push at best?
I think it helps a lot because we know we didn't really throw our best hand out on them when we just ran a few simple sets like we usually don't run, just get to work things in and whatnot. So I think it really helps us because we saw a lot of what they like to do. Their two best guys and what hurt us first game, but now I think we're ready to go for second game and to stop the two main ones that were killing us the first one.
I was going to say not only that, but Coach says he expects them to be physical. They got a couple of big front court players. How do you counter that or respond to it?
I think really just transition buckets killed them the first time, and I think that'll kill them the second time. They are very big, physical, but if we get a rebound and we get to pushing up on the court, I think we beat them the last time just running up and down on them, so I think we can do the same.
So you want the salsa hot tonight,
yes.
All right? Up-tempo, but in rhythm at the same time.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and talk about, again, postseason goals. I know you said treating it like one game at a time, but Coach has been very vocal about the expectations. How high is the ceiling for this group? How far can you go?
We can go all the way, I believe. We have really good, talented guys. We just need to really just put it together, and we need to really focus on the things that we lack. And I think when we focus on the things that we lack and we improve those, we are really tough to beat.
You're a senior. Now, I haven't asked you this before, but I will ask you now, because as a senior, last go around, things can get sentimental. This is the last time I do this. Last time I'm with my brothers doing this. Has that sunk in with you yet, or are you able to kind of compartmentalize it and just focus on ball?
It's tough. Sometimes I think about it, but realistically, it surprised me still how fast it's gone, and I just still think we have about 10 games left to go in the season. But yeah, I just push through. Thinking about it sometimes, I just push through and see where I can be, and
Multi-sport athlete, big baseball. Matter of fact, it's going to be coming up here. Another few months. Graduation, you're going to be strutting across the stage, styling in the cap and gown, diploma in hand. Have you thought about what you want to do? I know you've thought about playing, but you know which sport? Have you thought about where you might want to go?
I'm deciding playing baseball, but I don't know. I could get into basketball a little bit more too still, but I'm definitely thinking more on baseball and just focusing on my studies, of course, then too.
We're not going to graduate him just yet. Most important game is coming up, and it's in basketball. What's it mean to have this game here in front of your home crowd?
It means a lot, especially because knowing that senior night was last week. But it's just always nice to play one more game at your home floor in front of the community that has given so much to me, and I just want to give back to them as much as I can.
So get out and see this guy. He's pretty good. Best of luck to you, not just this one, but the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Kahlil Ligon, our player profile. Don't you go anywhere. We're back with more of the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.